Right guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio. Today we've got Merlin in the chair. How you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you mate, I'm good. So what are we doing? What's the plan?
So I was thinking a taper fade on the side, and I hear you use the word balanced a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like my hair needs some balance in it.
Okay.
Like, there's a lot of bits like here,
Yeah.
a bit overgrown.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared to lose some length in order to like grow it back out to a nicer flow. I quite like the length through this back part.
Okay.
So, but my neckline isn't the best. It's
it grows inwards. Yeah. Okay. So in terms of the look you're going for, you wanna do a taper fade on the sides?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the minute you've got an undercut,
Yeah.
right? You haven't really, you might have had a taper in there, but it's
undercut.
with a taper into length. There's two blends that no one ever talks about, right? There's the taper, and then there's the blend from the sides into the top.
Okay.
You've probably had the taper, but no blend anywhere else.
That's fine.
So is that the bit you mean about balancing?
100%. So I'm prepared to go like shorter on top, like wear it back still.
Yeah.
Maybe not slick back, just like loose.
Loose, bit of movement, bit of flow. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. 100%, because you've got connection at the back.
Yeah, it's just like the
sides.
It's
just the sides, yeah. I mean, it's a look though, man. Like you see it floating around, it's still a look. It just, obviously, when you got curls, you need that bit of support, because what ends up happening is this, it sits flat.
Yeah.
And you lose that sort of shape in there as well. So, all right, cool, yeah. All right, Sam. So in terms of the back, you want to keep this bit here.
Yeah, if that would work. But if not,
I can make it work, yeah. Keep that bit there, but then taper your neck out.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure, not a problem at all, mate. Okay, so we'll just lose whatever we have to then, if that makes sense. So we'll try and keep as much as we can through here.
Okay.
And then I can taper through here, and then kind of cut that around, and yeah, we can do that, man. Yeah, that'll be fine. How short do you want to go on the taper? What are you thinking, lengthwise?
What would you recommend?
Your call, mate, honestly.
I quite like a skin taper look.
Do that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because then we can try and connect in this bit, if we can leave as much here as possible. So we can just do a nice skin taper through the bottom here.
Yeah.
I'll cut it around the ears. I'll just taper this little bit in freehand, and then I'll taper it out as it goes down towards the bottom.
Amazing.
We'll do that, yeah? All right, cool. And then through this bit, I'll see what's going on with the middle.
Yeah.
Because if we pull this down and we connect it in, you might not have to lose too much through here. And we can still then push it back and just let it fall how it wants to. But just try and really bring out the waves. Like, your hair is awesome, mate. Like, them curls are...
Thank you,
a lot of hair envy right now, mate, honestly.
No, I've got hair
I've got the same hairstyle almost, but that is pin straight. And
yeah, you've got perfect hairline.
Mate, but yours looks good though, mate. What's wrong with yours?
Well, I was experiencing some hair loss, but the stuff made me start finasteride. It's all like stopped in its tracks. Yeah.
What was it like?
So basically, it was like, when my hair was wet, I'd look in the mirror and I'd see a bit more scalp than usual.
Oh, okay, so it got like see-through almost, yeah, okay.
And like, it'd just be a bit wispy through the temple area.
Really?
Wow. I've been on it for like 10 months and it really stabilised it. Honestly, like, I have a shower and maybe 3 or 4 hairs will come out.
Look at that. Oh yeah, okay. Wow.
But like, before that was like...
I was going to say, that was really, you could really see through that, yeah? Congratulations, mate. All right, cool, man. Well, that is great to know. I'm glad it's working for you. So let's just give you a nice balanced haircut then.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, sweet. Let's do it then, mate. Man, you've definitely hit the lottery on the hair texture here, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Seriously.
Oh, mate, yeah. 100%.
Sometimes it's really straight though.
Is it?
Honestly, it's like, but if I got, my favourite way to style is maybe get out of the shower, just scrunch it.
Yeah.
Maybe diffuse, I'll just let it sit.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Cool. And is that what you normally do?
Yeah.
What did you do today?
Basically just had a shower and just let it sit. Like, because I drove from Yorkshire to
get
here.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's
a bit of a aircon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the aircon's helped. I'll tell you, really, hasn't it? Right, guys. So just shampooed and conditioned Merlin's hair. And now what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start with the connection, I think. So I think I'm going to start connecting in the sides to the top. Because then I think the taper will fall better into it. If I put a taper in first, then I'm kind of working from nothing into something. Whereas I keep the taper in, I've got a little bit more hair to play around with, then I can pick the taper. So I want it to be noticeable, but I don't want it to look as though he's got like no hair on the sides. I want it to really blend out that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a horseshoe section from the hairline. So on the sides and the back, to connect this in, to create the balance that Merlin's looking for, I'm going to do a cross graduation because I feel like I need to keep as much length at the top corner and then kind of balance it as it gets back into the taper on the neck and into the sides. I'm going to try and keep as much length in there, but create a blend, a graduation within the sides, because then that way we can connect the top in and we maintain a lot of length without having to sacrifice the length. There we go. Right, so we're using this taper here that he's got in now to create this balancing, right? So what we do, bring it across like this on a diagonal, comb the length of the way with our fingers, and then we pull down. And I know there might not be anything to come off, but this just gets me in the method, okay, by starting there. Cut in by the ear. We pull this down to meet the guide underneath. There we go. Each time I take this section, I'm pulling it down to the previous guide, right? So I'm not pulling it outwards because that would remove a lot of length. I'm over directing so we're preserving length as we build up that weight through here, like so. There's my guides. Maintains that nice little bit of length coming into the back because that's where we want to maintain that length at the back. So we need to do that. We need to take the side shorter, create the balance that we're doing now, and then what this is going to do is start to preserve that length at the crown and below by the occipital bone as well. And that way I've got that length at the top there. It still creates that flow and that movement going back, but then we're creating that shorter finish through here. Skin taper, balanced, okay? Now, there's going to be more length through the back here. So just past the ear, I'm going to start pulling this section outwards, okay? Just like that. I'm still going to have a guide. I'm going to work, instead of pulling it back to the previous guide to over direct it, I'm going to pull it straight out. The direction of the section is the direction of the hair that it's going. So I need to switch over to the other side in a minute and do the same thing. As you can see, we're maintaining the length that Merlin wants to keep. We're just adding that connection in through there like that. Like I said before, you don't really want to take anything off this bit here. This is just kind of getting the method in for you. Getting it sitting right. A little long bit there, and cut that in. It's just trying to keep the right position near your fingers and stuff. Go over. So how did you come across our videos then, mate?
So basically just on YouTube, it was like lockdown time and I had a pair of clippers, so I was just watching some haircut videos.
Nice.
But then just going away from that, I just really enjoyed the content, just like the conversations. And I thought, just the style of cutting hair, I've never seen you give a bad haircut, ever.
Thank you very much. They're the ones we don't put on there, you see. They're the ones that Liam doesn't let go on. So did you gain anything during lockdown? Did you learn to cut anyone's hair?
Yeah, I just was cutting my own, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Just like giving myself little tapers, nothing drastic.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just like...
The zoom haircut then, yeah. Just that kind of what you can see straight on, yeah?
Definitely.
Nice, man.
And I cut my little brother's hair because he's only 10, so...
Oh, that's nice, man. That's nice.
Did
you enjoy it? Did you enjoy cutting?
I really do.
Do you?
There's something just really even watching the videos, there's something relaxing about it. Like after a day of work, just nice to sit down and watch. Definitely. Because it's long form content as well. Just really enjoy it.
So you're more of a fan of like watching like, you know, a longer version of
Definitely,
the haircut.
100%.
Nice. That's good, yeah.
No, I love seeing the whole process and like just like the information you give, like just it's like a guru basically, just dropping knowledge all the time on just techniques. It's great.
That's it, man. Well, that's the whole point of it. Like we started off as tutorials. That's what we are. That's what we'll always be. And obviously throughout that, you know, you do sometimes get like a bit more advice on something else, you know, or whatever. So yeah, it's nice that you appreciate that, mate. That's 100%. Good. That's what I like to hear. So what are you doing in uni?
So I'm studying business management.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing a placement with Enterprise currently.
Oh, the van.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And it's good to like be working in a big multinational company, like getting some experience while being at uni.
Yeah, definitely. Takes the pressure off, doesn't it, for you?
Definitely.
Barber never convinced you to...
I honestly would love to be a barber.
Would you?
Definitely.
That's good, man.
I just need to keep practicing on my brother.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, just don't let him grow up too fast, mate, that's all. No, it is. It's one of those jobs, right, that's become a bit of a hobby of people, and then they've kind of gone, do you know what? I'm going to give this a go.
Definitely.
Go, you know, and I think COVID kind of really helped people like find that confidence to give it a go and be like, you know what, there's a career in this. Because lo and behold, mate, like there is a career in barbering. You know
Definitely,
what I mean?
100%.
It's not just about like, everyone used to think it was a job that you used to get like, you know, if you weren't very clever in school, which I'm sure it was because I wasn't very clever in school, but it was also like when you get out of prison, that was another thing everyone used to be into barbering, you know? And I feel like it's so much more than that now, because of YouTube and because of like TikTok and
it's an art form really, isn't it?
It is, mate, yeah, 100% it is. I firmly believe it is. Definitely. It's nice that other people see that.
Yeah, I agree.
We were fighting for years for that to be known as an art form, you know what I mean? So, right, I'm just going to dry this off now.
Yeah.
Do you want to see how it's falling when I come through the taper? Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the skin taper in now and work up into the sides. So as you can see, the sides are falling back nicely. we've maintained the length that we want to at the back here, and everything's sitting nice and even, which is the main thing. So it's all sitting as it should do, as it sits backwards. So everything's flowing backwards that way. So then we connect everything in, and then it's done. All right, so I'm just gonna go open blade, zero, like half. I'm gonna start this off like this to get more of a dramatic effect into the sides. Into my zero, like that. And I'll work that up, like that. And then close guard, like so. And we'll do the rest, just a bit of freehand clip over comb after that. Same on the neckline, head down forward. Start on the half, and work up and off, like so. Just so it's a lot more dramatic, because you need it to be dramatic for this haircut. You need to see the fade really count, because we're keeping quite a bit of length everywhere else. So we really want this to be noticeable. And then zero on the bottom. Same thing again, guard on, open blade, so a 1.5, like so. And then the same on this side again now. So everything's gonna be done a bit more freehand in a minute, okay? So head over that way, half guard up, like so, and then zero. Think about what we were doing earlier on with the cross graduation. All on the same angle that all work on. We want the hair to fall backwards like that. The whole purpose of how he's going to brush it back, we want that to fall as well. And that will allow us to create a really nice sharp taper into this haircut. Take it off the ears, so we can create a nice shape around the ear. And then we'll work on the sides here now. So taper out what we can here. When I do it freehand, it just allows me to create that shape at the bottom. Just because of the neckline the way it is, I need to create that kind of blend point here. So raise it up, elevate it, keep that elevation going. You start lining it on top of itself. And that'll take away any harsh lines that will form naturally. Nice, there we go. That'll do for now. We'll fine tune everything once we've done the rest of the haircut. So, into the top now. What we need to do now is just kind of balance in the length to what we've got on the sides. So, there we go, bring that out. Now if you look at your head shape, it needs to come out the way we've cut it. Can you see the way it's cut there? It's kind of sitting round and cuts in.
Definitely.
That's exactly what we need to do. So it's all working with the balance that we're trying to do there. So when the top's cut in, that will all sit really square then. All right.
Can I just ask what my head shape is?
Square.
That is it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, very square, yeah. Most hairstyles suit square face shape. I'd say the best ones to have is diamond.
Yeah.
But square is the next one on.
Okay.
So yeah, but most hairstyles will suit you. The only thing I'd say probably wouldn't look perfect on you is a buzz cut.
Yeah.
because it's round.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if you've got a square face, it doesn't match. So I'd probably do like, if you're going to do a buzz cut, you'd have to do like a longer length on top to the sides. That's all I'd suggest, yeah. Right, so I'm going to bring this in now and connect this in to that section right there, okay? I'm going to keep a slight disconnect at the front there because that will fill up that gap here. Like I said before, Merlin said that he wasn't, so he did say he wasn't bothered to lose the length, which is good. Because as you can see, just by keeping that balance there, as you brush that back, you're getting such a nice square finish to it, and you're still maintaining the flow, but it all just falls down to a nice little taper there, a nice taper at the back. It just gives you a nice finish. Hopefully as we get to the top, we shouldn't be losing too much. I think the next two sections, I think the second to last, or the last section, in fact, I think we won't lose any, which is good. So again, it's just that kind of corner on the round of the head that we're losing the length on. But you can see that from when he came in, it was the bit that was collapsing during this grow out. So I feel like it's probably a good thing to lose a bit of that length, just to allow him to grow it out a bit better. So it's the second to last section. The last one's just past the middle. And you see, look, it's hardly anything coming off. Because we're over directing everything from the centre out. You've got to think about it. It's a long way for that hair to travel to get down to that guide. So there's naturally going to be more hair left on. So it's a good one if anyone's trying to preserve length through the top, which again, this is the top. If you're trying to preserve length through there, this horizontal section pattern works really, really well. Because by the time that travels down to the guide, it's too long. So, or sorry, it'll be too short, should I say. So you'll maintain a lot of length in there. There we go. But yeah, you're always worth double checking. Just a little long hair, see them ones there? Just like that. Just above the round of the head. Pull it down. And again, we're creating our own guide from this bit here. If I was to do that on this angle, look how much length we'd lose. And that'll be coming into the front. So that's why we're doing this, to preserve the length. There's quite a lot of length on this side. Did you notice the left-hand side being a bit longer?
Do you know what? I caught it myself. Because it was just hanging over everywhere. So I thought, I'm just going to trim the ends.
So you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I did notice the right-hand side. I was like, oh, that's well shorter than the left.
Has it caused any issues? Or?
No, not at all, mate. Not at all. This bit here now, like, you shouldn't lose anything off this bit now. Just the tiniest little bit. Because we're back into the centre now. So.
I was hoping you didn't notice my terrible sizzle.
As if I'm not going to notice. Come on. No, I definitely see it. We had a guy years and years and years ago, I'll never forget it. Do you remember that guy who cut his own hair and he was trying to go for a side part, Liam? And he cut his hair really short on this bit, right on the side part, yeah? That one, he's like, oh, you wouldn't notice. And even Liam noticed. I was like, I think we're all going to notice this, mate. You got a big sticky up bit there. Just pull this down. I just need to make sure this all matches up. Yeah, that's fine. And what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of razor work just to break up the fullness and the thickness in them corners here, because that'll become quite thick because of how we cut it. Just a little bit of razor work. Just sliding through, as you can see, not much is coming off. It's more just to kind of break up the wave, create a bit more flow. That's all it does. Like that. But we're going to let Merlin's hair do the texturizing for me. It's very good when you've got this type of hair, right? If you know how to work with this type of hair, you'll know what I mean. When you come to style it, especially if you let it dry naturally or you just pop a diffuser on and use it as a sort of, it's just like a dryer hood, the texture of hair like this just basically does it itself. Like, you very rarely need to do anything to it. Like this, all I'm doing now is a bit of separation, a bit of movement, and just trying to break up the thickness of the hair for when it grows out. But that hair's going to do its own thing without whether I'm here or not. So you might as well just let it. It looks so much better if you let it do its own thing. And that's all I want to do. So I'm going to put some product in this in a minute. I'm going to let it sort of, I'm going to air dry it, but I'm going to use a diffuser just from a bit of a distance just to dry it off a bit quicker. I'm just giving it a little bit of movement, thinning the sides out a little bit. And just a little bit of slide cutting through the back. Just through where that weight is on here. Right, head back for me a second. Shake all that hair out. Just give you more shape and more texture in there. So you look at that now. You can see the way when you came in it was very flat. Now it's got a little bit more of that volume in there, okay? You just want to work this into the hair like this. So work it through first, to coat it, and then scrunch, okay? Just work a little bit at the bottom as well. Okay? Just like that. So, we'll let this dry and I'm just going to do this too, okay? So I'll dry it to about sort of 90%. So it's still got a little bit of dampness to it, but just so that most of it's dry, okay? Right, now to finish off, the finishing product. It's not really a styling product to an extent, it's not got much hold. It's what we call a delicate hold, so it's a very, very light hold. The main thing is that, look at the shape.
Much better,
Do you know
much
what I
more
mean?
balanced.
It is, it really is. And that's all you want to see,
Definitely.
okay? All this is going to do is just add that bit of separation. And you do that, right? And then you just give it a little scrunch. And just let it do its own thing, okay? Just like that. There we go, mate.
Thank you so much.
So, how does that look for you, mate? Happy?
Buzzing, mate.
Yeah?
Best haircut I've had.
Thanks,
And I'm
man.
being 100% serious.
Oh, that's very kind. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this is perfect.
Tape it out there, and then you've got the sides tape it out there as well. So you've got all that nice balance to the top
Yeah,
there,
that's amazing.
and everything falls in. So there's the length you came in with
Yeah, it
through
just
there,
flows.
and it flows in backwards.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah?
Exactly what I wanted, but
Yeah? Nice, man.
probably didn't explain it in the best way.
You explained it really, but yeah, I knew exactly. No,
yeah.
I totally got what you meant. Like, honestly, I totally got what you meant. It was more just about getting that, like, when you were saying about the balance. As soon as you said balance, I knew you'd let me do what needed to be done.
100%.
And I think when you gave me that little bit of free reign, that's kind of where it came to life a little bit. But yeah, looks lovely that, mate.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, mate. Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.